there's one thing we can all agree on, it's that no one thought we would be pumping already, but guys, that's exactly what's happening right now. So I want to discuss with you how I believe that we are being misled, what I think the data is that I need to focus on to make sure I understand what's actually going on in the world, and what exactly am I personally doing with my trades. And as I've told you guys recently, YouTube has demonetized me. So I want to take part in a test today, and I want you guys to help me. I get a lot of comments around the titles and the thumbnails. Some people like them, some people don't like them, and I understand. So what I want to do, right, is I want to try and get around the YouTube algorithm. The reason why YouTubers use titles and thumbnails that draw out emotion is because it makes people click. When people click, it helps the algorithm push the video out. It's as simple as that. So let's do a test today. Help me out. I'm going to do very basic thumbnail, very basic title, and if you can just like, comment, subscribe, turn on those notifications, and anything else you can think of to help me get this video out to more people. Because if I can just make plain, simple updates here on YouTube without having to use any of these tactics to make people click, that would be absolutely awesome. That's what I want, but I need your guys' help, because when I do this, no one interacts with it, and then the algorithm drops the video. So let's see if we can get better than average views today. Just if you guys help me out, just leave a comment, like. And just before we go further, I want to remind you that this video is based solely on my opinion and what I'm personally doing in this market. I want to also let you know that some of the links below are affiliate links, meaning I may earn a commission, but this will be at no extra cost to you. This content is for educational and entertainment purposes only. I am not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy sitting in his room. So for more information on this, head down to the description and let's jump into it. And we are going to be taking a strong look at XRP and how the macro is affecting us. So right now we can see that I do have that trade I told you guys about. We are now in 824 XRP of profit, and all I did was buy when everyone else was scared. If you guys want to have the opportunity to trade XRP using XRP as collateral, there's a link to BYDFI down there in the description. And for the next 7 days only, you can get up to 4,600 XRP. So this is a giveaway just for the people that follow my link down there in the description. Now, full transparency, there is absolutely no guarantee you can make gains like I have, but if you have your own trading strategy and you think that trading strategy will work, whether or not you think you can go long or short on XRP, you can use XRP as collateral. And this is one of the only places I've found so far that I can successfully do that, so I can put my spot XRP to work for me. So the links for BYDFI are in the description. And just look at the news we have going on today. First of all, looking at XRP. Crypto Insights UK has come out and said he's seen these charts floating around Twitter. Looks like XRP has been bought up on exchanges in huge quantities. Is this true, or is it a glitch? Does anyone else have more info? So everyone is spreading this news right now. XRP is suddenly dropping out across multiple exchanges. You can see a big, massive drop to the downside. People claiming billions and billions and billions being bought, which could result in a shock. Supply shock coming very soon. Now, is this just a glitch? Well, according to one other Twitter post here, Vet, there is no significant drop in XRP reserve at major exchanges. You can check hourly changes with the rich list actually querying the XRP ledger. So according to this is not happening. Is it a glitch? Is it real? Let me know what you guys think. Could this be setting up XRP for a push to the upside? We also have XRP actively heating up. This is the setup for an XRP ETF. With VanEck MVDAPP going live, are we seeing signs that XRP ETF is near? Because the speculation could be that it's the ETFs buying up the liquidity for the ETFs. That is the speculation that I'm seeing in the market and could potentially be true, or it could be total nonsense. Let me know what you think about that in the comment section. And let's take a look at the technicals of XRP. So we put in our support, we put in our resistance. Right now we are trading between those two. So right down at the bottom, XRP about $1.90. That is where I added to my XRP trade, which I let the crypto strategy school know. Here we go, XRP $1.90. Those trades have come to fruition here, giving us some nice profits, which I have already dipped into and taken profits off the table. oil both there, and I'm letting these XRP profits ride, because if XRP can go significantly higher from here, I will be absolutely printing XRP in this trade. But again, no guarantees that you guys can do the same thing. Maybe this was just luck on my side. Now, we do have some news I want to discuss with you guys. People across the world have been saying how the Iran-Israel situation is going to be getting worse. But we have data that we can look at that tells us a different picture. For example, oil prices have been trending down. What does oil price have to do with the Iran-Israel conflict? Well, Iran control a lot of the world's oil supply. If they were to go into a big sustained war, they might close something like the Hormuz Strait. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, probably not. But that could affect the price of oil, because it would contract the supply, which could send the price of oil flying higher. Of course, if that were the case, that would mean that people are expecting things to get worse, but it doesn't seem like they are right now. On top of that, one of the most affected countries would be China, as they get 1.7 million barrels of crude oil a day from Iran, right? But the Chinese stock market is actually going up right now. So this data shows us that the mainstream media, who is spreading information that the war is getting worse, that think people should be panicking, that you should be considering what you're doing in your bags, is maybe, just maybe, not the way we should be thinking about it. I might be wrong here, but I think that the big players aren't expecting things to get worse. Now, those big players could get blindsided. They might not know what's coming. But with that information, plus the information of the S&P 500 going up yesterday, the NASDAQ up 1.5%, which is nothing for crypto, yes, but it's a lot for these big ETFs. All the while, Bitcoin also right now above $106,000. Just inches off the all-time high, just 5% away. And guys, if Bitcoin makes a 10% move from where it sits right now, that puts it at about $117,000. Guess what? According to our Bitcoin exchange liquidation, that would be a liquidation of $11 billion. Guys. No guarantees that happens, because of course people will probably close their trades on the way up. They'll hit stop losses, all of that. But if that didn't happen, there is $11 billion worth of liquidations sitting at just a 10% rise of Bitcoin. And what is the scenario that seems to keep happening? It's the scenario that nobody expects. Right now I'm getting messages from normal people, normies outside of crypto, telling me that the war is getting worse. We should all be panicking, that we should be selling. Connor, why on earth would you still be like trading and buying when everything is going to go to zero? That's what mainstream think. And in my opinion, what I want to be doing, and this might not apply to you, is going against the mainstream. So using data like the Bitcoin exchange liquidation map, I can see most people are betting that the price will go down. So they're betting that the price of Bitcoin will go down, the price of altcoins will go down, and the price of XRP will go down. But in the last 24 hours, we've seen XRP go up 1.5%. We've seen altcoins like Say go up 21%, and we've seen Bitcoin continue its rampage up, right now breaking 106,500. So I think the mainstream want us to look one way, while the big dogs are doing something else very much in the other direction. Now, pure speculation, I don't know what will happen, but with my trades, I've positioned myself that in case the majority is wrong and we do actually go higher, I'm going to get paid out handsomely. But I have my protection measures in place. I took profits from these trades yesterday after buying in extreme fear. I also have my stop losses in place, and I'll continue to add those as we move and continue to update as we go along. So that's how I protect myself. And if we go into a bear market, which seems like everyone apart from me and maybe a couple of you guys are expecting, then guess what? I flip away from my leverage positions and I go into my spot, and I start building up that spot bag, accumulating income monthly with my businesses, jobs, all of that stuff. And then I continue to invest into the spot market and wait for the inevitable next bull run, if that's the way it goes, because we need to prepare for everything that could come, guys. So with that said, I'm gonna be keeping my trade open for now on BYDFI with XRP, using XRP as collateral. And like I said, almost 1,000 XRP I've now gained for my spot bag at this moment. This is unrealized gains. I haven't sold them yet, so understand what that means. But if you want to do something similar, guys, BYDFI is offering up to 4,600 XRP, but only if you follow the affiliate links down there. These are all the different events you can follow. Terms of conditions will apply to these events, so please go and read them. Remember, no guarantees, but if you want to check out BYDFI, you can trade on the spot market, the derivatives market, and they have a lot of different things you can try out. All the while, you can sign up just using your email address. So if you fancy it, the links are in the description, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.